Hi, you guys. What's going on? Hi. Hello to everyone. It's so nice to see you. My holy. Holy's first. K-Braze. Nice to see you. Pointer. Welcome in. Thank you for being here, Kate. You have the link, right? Whenever you're ready. Lori. Butterfly Kisses. K-Braze Blissful. Glenjamin. So good to see you guys. Eva, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you. Lori, thanks for being here tonight. Lavina. Oh, the cat jumped on your chair. Oh my God, that would give me a heart attack too. Hang on one second. There's LFT. Hi.
Hi. Sorry,
Hi.
I was trying to find a good spot to start out service-wise.
Did you climb the tree?
We're starting outside and working our way in.
Told you, climb the tree. You'll be fine.
It only seems to work well. It's like when we're on Zoom. It's like when I'm on my phone and on the computer. We have no issues then. So from now on, there might be a chance there's going to be an LFT 2 and an LFT 2.2.
2.02. 7.
Hey, but 7. Hey to all y'all. Hey, Lori and Blissful and Punkette, Kate.
Punkette. Hello. Mr. Worth. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I have a couple LFT. There's a question for you in the chat. You better be watching this damn chat tonight too. LFT, cut down all the trees around you. Problem solved. So
see, like for me right now, you're robotic. Am I robotic?
No.
Oh, son of a biscuit. I'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, now you're clear.
Amber, I did get your email. I will reply to you. Thank you very much. And I really, really appreciate it. Anyone who has emailed me in the last 48 hours, thank you so much. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Hello to me. Brandy, thanks for being here. There's a couple announcements, house cleaning things I need to say. I mean, I think you guys, hi, Kez. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to, before I say anything else, I want to say a special thank you to Punkette. I'm going to leave it right there. Just a special thank you to Punkette. Punkette has been educating me, and I'm very grateful. Hi, Lynn. Oh, Lori. Sorry. Hey, Naresh. Agreed. Agreed. So just a couple quick things we are going to talk about. I love Punkette too. And Punkette has been incredibly patient and kind and loving and educational. Amelia, welcome in. We've had to pay a few $100s to have a tree cut down in our pasture to get better internet service. Are you serious? I didn't know that was a thing. Risk.
I mean, the crazy thing is I've been seeing the like the new another group of like the fiber optic. I don't know. We probably don't even have it where I am yet. But those trucks are out around the neighborhood recently, so I kind of want to blame it on that. I don't know if I can.
Right.
But for the record.
Oh, hey, Grandma, Mama. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Nightbot, always good to see you.
Hello, Newman. All right, so let's talk about the stream Friday night, early Saturday morning, shall we? Let's just get right into it because I have a lot to say. Web. Yeah, no, I have a lot to say. I don't even know where to begin. I like just saying that out loud, like my heart is racing. I'm embarrassed. Okay, so Friday night we did a live. And I have a lot of anxiety right now because I don't want to screw up and say the wrong thing. Okay. So that's why I have all the anxiety. First, let me apologize on behalf of Decipher and myself for the cluster that live turned into, because I will be honest with you, I allowed it. I did. I allowed it. Some of the things I didn't know were the correct terminology. Now, since then, I have gotten the correct terminology on things, and going forward, we will be using that correct terminology. We will never use the term green card again, because that's insulting, first and foremost. The Native American people were here. They don't. It's not a green card. It's not a damn green card, okay? It's formally called a status card, sometimes referred to now as a tribal card or a Native American identification card. We will be using, if we even need to use this term, we will be using the term Native American identification card or Indigenous identification card. I will not use the word Indian. If that word was used and taken in an inappropriate manner, I would like to apologize. And I really our channel, our responsibility falls on us. So I'm going to apologize for that. I never want to insult anyone ever. And the person that came on our panel was just clearly under some sort of influence and using all the wrong terminology. And when I asked to be educated properly, that was not the person that should have been educating me, nor should I have been listening to. So let me just apologize for all the terms that were used incorrectly. We will be using what has been instructed to me, and that is Native American or Indigenous. It's not a green card, okay? And I knew that when that was said, I knew that, but I didn't know the proper term. Hang on one second for me. Also,
no, thank you, Annie O, and everyone else has been very supportive and understanding for having the patience.
Thank you, Diane Marie. You have no idea. Yeah. Honest to goodness, this means the world to me. If we did say something Wait, I'm not any First Nation, so I can't accept your apology, but I appreciate your willingness to public. I do need to learn some stuff. And if there's a term or if we can learn something properly, please feel free to drop the information in our chat and say, hey, dumbass, this is the correct, this is how we use this term. And this is what this means. Because I will accept that before I will expect any dumbasses to come on my channel and speak the way that that person spoke. In addition, in case you didn't know, this person is now blocked from our channel. I have a whopping 4 people blocked from Decipher podcast, that person being included. It's pretty tough to get on our block list. Trying to disrespect me, LFT, or Decipher, or anyone involved in this will get you on that really day. I'll make that list 1,000 deep if I have to. I don't care. I am expecting company tonight, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I know Kate is going to come up, but we may have another guest, which I will not, unless she tells me, I will not advertise every time she's going to, I can take my comment down. I will not advertise every time she's coming up or anytime she wants to come in or anything, because I'm not using anyone for clout ever. So if we have a guest, we have a guest. If we don't, we don't. It's okay. But anytime that we have this particular guest up, it will not be in our titles. Okay? Because I don't feel that that's right. And I don't know. I don't want to put a sales pitch out there. Okay. So, if we have guests on our panel, I will always put, like, if it's Kate, I will add her. If it's a special guest, oh, perfect, Pumpkin. Sorry, that's what I needed. I needed somebody to use for clout.
Yeah. You were being so serious, and I was like, because I forgot I wasn't muted, and I was laughing.
I just don't.
Comments.
My respect level for the people that have gone through what they've gone through is so high that if anything is said about a victim surviving or otherwise, I will cut a bitch. I am so knee deep in this case, and I care everything about it. LFT, Kate and I are not headline readers. Mrs. O, we are a true crime channel. Bottom line, we don't do drama here. And
it takes a lot for us to address any kind of drama publicly. I know, but that's what I'm saying. So that's all it is. When needed.
I'll address it. I'll address it, but know that it, I feel you made it clear you're trying to learn during that live and handled that guest with respect and enough. Thank you very much, Jules. I appreciate it. I don't want to make it a big thing. Risk, I won't block you. You're lucky you're not a damn wrench on this channel. Put you to work. Thank you, Blissful. Thank you. We are not a drama channel. And it's embarrassing to have to address drama. Drew, yeah. It sure does, Kate. It sure does. It sure does. Oh, everyone knows how. Oh, that's so kind. I'm going to listen. I've got some laundry to do. Me too. And if you saw my bed over on that side, you'd know
Oh,
that
no.
that's where I have to fold it. It's on the other side of the. So, does anyone have any questions? Oh, thank you, Rhiannon.
And
If
if you do have a question, if you would make it kind of concise, then maybe that will help us be better in our responses too. And that's a joke from the After Dark Live because I was,
oh,
we have to admit a little bit. It got to be a little bit funny because I was kind of like, wait, wait, what?
well,
Towards
to
the
make the
end
funny part
in the
even
chat.
funnier, I have received several applications for some research assistants, which you're all hired. Thank you
Oh
so
God.
much. No,
I didn't
no,
even know we were looking for one. I didn't
no,
even know we were looking for one.
neither did I. That's what makes it so amazing. Um, I left the live up and questioned it because of some of the terms that were used that might be offensive to others. But
No kidding.
we did get some funny people saying, love to be your research assistant. We got about 10 offers, I think. I'm very grateful. And you're all hired. It's perfect. It works out perfectly.
Oh my gosh, Modine and Jules, y'all are funny.
Also,
Uh,
her dumbass just did crack me up with some of the stupid shit she said. Let's just leave it at that. How about that? Her dumbass. I left the live up as a cautionary tale for other creators. First and foremost, this was not handled. Let's correct this too. This was not handled on tribal land, and no one of any Native American descent was the perpetrator in this. So let's just take that all off the table for right this minute, and let's just be respectful, okay? Hang on, I'm going to read some of these messages. Please forgive me, I'm a little behind. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with saying in advance your guest will be, unless it's protective for it. It is protective, Lavina. And I normally would say something, but I don't know if this person's going to come on or not, and that's okay. Whether they do or they don't is their business, and they know that they can use our platform, Kate's platform, whomever's that they decide to use for anything that they want. This is their home as well, and I've made that very, very clear. In doing so, I don't want to exploit too much. But I get what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying, and I understand it. I am just not saying anything at the moment until we know, until we see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm way too wrapped up in this. I've been looking to McFadden family because I feel the mom should be charged. It is very frustrating. I agree with you there. Can I come on and play native with my feather in my hair? No. Mo, you cannot. Mo
is like Mo. I just like it makes me think like Peter Pan and like all the Lost Boys that are just a plethora of personalities and just being I don't know. But y'all just
I'm
make
gonna
me
take
laugh.
away your rights and privileges, Mr. Sir. Please hit the thumbs up. Yes, please and thank you. We're going to be respecting everybody here, and I personally do. I mean, we're not just saying that we respect. I really do respect and love all the individuals, with the exception of Jesse McFartface. You all know how I feel about him. I'm late for the game. My apologies. No worries. No worries.
He can go McFluff himself.
Everybody else gets treated with the utmost respect. Most again, I did school with. Most gracious. So we thought we might go through the timeline, just kind of talk through it. Now we are in the process of putting it together. Me too, K-Rays, but also I am learning that Um, she was less than polite, Pepper. I know.
But
I
it
know.
was like it was kind of. I thought it was like going okay, and then it kind of took a like. Then it was. I guess we were thinking, and
Then
I
it
don't
got
know if we were
messy.
thinking or not. I'm speaking for. Like it just got like it kind of started out, and then I was like, okay, um, we're
Well,
clearly
the
both
divide
working.
and
I don't
conquer
know. I
of
just I
Decipher.
clearly didn't. I yeah.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Girl, I love you. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. I love that name. Sorry. Um, yeah, just I'm not. Mm-mm. Thank you. Thank you. Eric, I saw your email and I have some questions on procedure for you, my friend. I found some things, but I would love if somebody came on and just explained to me procedure on how kind of things work. I would really love that from the law's point of view. So that's why, and I will be more specific in an email if you prefer. So I thought we'd talk about the timeline of events and how things kind of went down and where we are right now. Um, I know, isn't it the best? Isn't it the best name? I love that. And you should have gone to the game, Chris. Are still always going to be my favorite YouTube names. Those two names, I'm always, and we're going to add and 5, 6, 7, 8. We always because I love that too.
I like
Um,
that one.
yeah.
You know who else I used to, wait, what was that other one that we used to see somewhere a long time ago? See, oh, so I love it when they're like little clever things. Hold on. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas. I always remember. I don't need, like I'm just bringing up names that I have no idea. It doesn't mean. I just was thinking I was like, I like that. And the chick Tracy, like I like it. I
LSD. I
love
like
the
it.
of the creative names.
Um,
LFT, LSD, whatever. The other one.
yes, he did. You right about that. You are so right about that. Um, I'm so happy to see you, Mystic. So happy. Oh, that reminds me. Before I forget, those of you who have emailed us or messaged us on Facebook um, for worried about our spirituality, worried about
Real.
um, things like that, I really appreciate. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I need to be educated um, on that stuff as well. So if you know if you know, you know. Okay. Um,
Um, and a weird thing happened to me the other night. I messaged Tia and I was like, I kind of had, when it's real quiet, like you're getting ready for bed or like just everything's kind of turned off. And I was in my bathroom and I'd already, well, the front door was locked, but whatever. I was, it was quiet. And all of a sudden I just hear this, and I was like, oh my God. And then a part of me, like that scared part, was like, all right, well, someone's in here to get like, there's only so much I could do about it. But I came out and I was like, like huffing and puffing, and didn't even take my phone with me, which I've got to be better about in like emergency like situations. I came out and right by where my computer is, a painting that has never moved in 2 years was hanging, had fallen and was only hanging by one corner, and it was just swinging against the wall, and it was doing that scraping noise, and it freaked the heck out of me like you wouldn't believe. And I was like, I gotta get some salt, sage, renter's insurance. I don't know, but it made me think about it. Like I went, not today, Satan.
so thanks, Mo. Um, the eyes were
Eyes were
moving in the
moving.
painting. I'd have fainted.
I
Yeah. I have
oh,
weird.
and then weird stuff happened. Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna take it more seriously now.
Um, Amelia, are you a noob? What's the deal, man? So
Have we heard any updates?
What?
The pin comment.
Yeah. We're just going to kind of go through the timeline. And what we did the other night really quick is went through and I jotted down my notes. This is our timeline. So many pages. We know that we have other things to add, but we're just going to hit you with the top things right now. Kind of give you a timeline of events that we know them as. And this is, please know, this is off the top of our head and the things that we've been given. It is not like we haven't gone, you know, the news stations sometimes do their little timelines. We don't do that. We don't sneak peek at those. We do our own. Okay. So shall we do it? Do you have your notes?
No, I'm going to do it off my head. See how much it's unreal to me how if I don't think about it too much, I've got it. No, just this will be fun. I promise you. I think
this will be fun. Yeah. Okay.
I'm comfortable.
I need notes because my head is scatterbrained right now. I am so grateful for all the messages and all the things that you guys are sending as far as information or articles or things that you know. Like, thank you so much. And it may take me a day to get back to you, but know that I'm receiving everything. Usually I'm pretty good at responding, but I have to tell you that yesterday being Mother's Day, I took it off. Also, I was exhausted yesterday. I was really tired.
And I actually echoed that because I had a few that I need to respond to as well. And so, sorry, it's just been sometimes real life just.
Mine isn't real. It's just,
so I don't.
I was really, really tired. I was really drained yesterday. And I just did my messaging with some immediate people in the case. But other than that, like talking to Kate, talking to LFT, some immediate people in the case, that was it. I was with my family the whole time or napping because I may have taken 2 naps yesterday because I don't have an excuse for my laziness. Did you go to Walgreens?
No, I
did yesterday.
Did not need. Tia went. I have not. We had some family stuff that we had to tend to this weekend. So
I went Saturday. Let's see.
Shockingly, I've not been.
All right.
Been in the car a lot.
Oh. We have a delay.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and come back in. It's me. I think it's mine. Be right back.
Mine was too long, Tareen. I shut down at 500. No, it wasn't too long. It was educational. It was good. And I really greatly appreciate it. Nebula is on when you can. I do. Not gonna lie, I do. So we're gonna run through the timeline. I hate this case, you guys. Crazy Italian lady, thanks. Oh, you're watching The Voice. I love The Voice. I love it. I hate this case. This is probably I thought I hated Watts, but I really hate this case. And my whole entire being is involved in it. My whole heart and soul is in it. And there's a couple of things that I want to happen. I'm going to state those from the beginning before we go any further. I want the victims of this evil piece of shit, I want every victim to have what they see as justice for them. I want whatever they want for justice. You know something? Stop it, Donnie. We're not talking Watts. It's so, yes. Agreed. There's some things that happen in this case that I don't know if you guys know about. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you know that none of the victims were notified when he was released from prison? Do you know that? How freaking scary is that? Let's talk about that for a minute. So, this pig goes to jail for nearly 20 years for something that he clearly did, admitted to doing, was found. And when he's released, which he should not have been, we can all talk about that. When he's released, no one from law enforcement, no one from any victims advocate group, no one from the DA's office, no one from anywhere alerted the victims that he was going to be out of jail. Nobody. They just basically said, screw it. Let him, it'll be fine. Everybody's fine. It's totally fine. Some of the things that were also done were some of the victims were asked to accept the apology of the perpetrator. To that, I say, you got to be freaking kidding me. I'm trying to be careful with some of the stuff that I go through here. But I think the main one is that no one was alerted to his being dismissed from prison. He was not on parole. You guys got to understand that. What he had to do was check in every 90 days. Big deal, right? What's the budget? They can't afford a letter. I mean, I'd be happy to donate, some things to them for, a phone call or stamps or whatever the hell they need. Oklahoma used vines, and that should have been notified. Yeah. The 85% rule. Cross your fingers. We're attempting to okay. All right, hurry up. I think the state of North Carolina has an alert for the victims. So he was just set to go. There was no alert for any of the victims. He was free. He was absolutely free to go and do whatever the hell he liked whenever. Hey, Exiled One. Thanks for being here, friend. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in. Tell that gorgeous wife of yours I said hello. I know. A text message would have been anything. A kite, skywriting, one of those little planes over the beach that says Jesse McFadden's getting out of prison. Anything so that these women could have felt safer. Anything. Bueller. What was done was a big fat nothing burger, and they were just expected to deal with whatever consequences came across their doorstep. And this is what we're dealing with now. I'm fixing to go talk with our new law. Small town sheriff, probation, parole. Keep tabs on these. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Crazy Italian lead. Hell yes. Right. Well, and that's the thing. He was on an honor system while in prison. So he showered. He did his time. And he was let out. We will do another live on all of the things that he did in prison that are just horrific. Just absolutely, yes. You go, crazy Italian lady. You go. You have our support. Let us know what you need. And message in a bottle, any freaking thing, anything would have been better than what they did. Because they didn't drop the ball. They literally assisted in the homicide of these individuals. Bringing her back up. Are you there?
Yeah, no one move.
Mystic said, I want to know, as strict as the Oklahoma laws are, how did this happen? It's extremely upsetting and scary. Oklahoma is a great state, and it's given it a black eye. It really has. Yeah. I don't know. Pepper, I don't know. I don't know. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Hang on 1 second. Let me look something up really quick. LFT, just keep talking. I know that there's other people watching to get our timeline, so I was just trying to see. I got it though. Hang on 1 sec.
What are we talking? What did I miss?
Nothing. Okay. Oh, look at you, looking cute in your glasses.
Ooh, that's not what I wanted.
No, just turn it back on. You're fine. Turn it back on. All right. So
no, I think it'll mess up my, like, when it slows it down.
Okay. Then let's go through the timeline, and my nerves can't take talking about that damn. Also, I want an opinion. And if you think I should remove that live from the other night, and I'm being honest, so Mo, you can't answer. You don't get a vote here. I love you, but you don't get a vote. I'm being for real to the people that know me and really know. If that live should come down because it's awful, then let me know. Oh, look at Mo calling you gorgeous. Ashley's wearing white tonight. Duh.
Mo cracks me up when I can't even look directly at her avatar.
He's so funny. He's so funny. Okay. So let's give this a shot. Crystal Strong, who's one of my favorite people on the planet. And I feel privileged that she even acknowledges my presence because I really like her. She's badass. She's cute. And she's feisty. And she's been educating the hell. No, I think you should leave it up. Crystal was, okay, so we're going to start with her and we're going to go down. We're going to go down the list on the times and things like that. Crystal Strong was 16 years old and essayed by Jesse McFadden in November of 2003. Hang on 1 sec. I'll let you go.
So, ironically, he's actually just, this is going to come as a shock, but in terms of his other behavior, the only, oh no, I'm lying. That was in November of 2002. Wow, I about told a lie out there. Well, basically in 2003, he was kind of doing a little bit better. He'd gotten in trouble in 2002 for having, possession of alcohol, someone under the age of 21, and then a speeding ticket. But then he decided to pick it up come freaking March through November. He went deplorable behavior.
To say the least. Yes. Deplorable. So Crystal Strong was assaulted. She was 16 years old. Jesse McFadden was 19. They met through another, and this is super important that you guys understand this. There's two different Hollies, two different spellings. One has neither to do with the other, and we will never mention number one. It's just to note that there is one. There is another. Other than that, that person is not involved in any way, shape, or form. Crystal met through that person. Going through my notes here. They went to the same high school as Cody McFadden and Jesse. Jesse was a few grades older. And Jesse was dating one of the girls. He had another long-term relationship in there. He showed up at Crystal's dad's house and brutally and violently assaulted her. She negotiated her release. God bless her. And then she kicked a little ass. Yep, I knew that. Thanks, Kate. She negotiated, left her clothes and ran to a neighbor's for help. And thank God that person helped her. I'm trying to go through my notes. And violently using, one of the things that he did was he violently used objects, but also used restraint. So that's part of his MO. If you know, you know. After the assault, she negotiated her release. She escaped out the back door to a neighbor who then called Ellie. Ellie finds JM by the Canadian Creek. Is that where he was found? Canadian Creek, with his wrist slit. So you already know. You already know, you piece of shit. I find Crystal to be credible. Oh, she's amazing. She is. You don't get stronger, better, honest, nothing. She's amazing.
She's a great advocate. She's got a very passionate side to, like, her passion and her spirit and her experience.
She's also incredibly patient.
Qualifies her. Yes, and that's why I was like, I think she's patient, but powerful. Patient but powerful with her voice, and I think she has the makings to be a great advocate or public speaker. For
I'm dead ass serious. I want her speaking on Capitol Hill. I want her voice to be the voice on Capitol Hill. I think she can do it. I think she has the wherewithal, and I know I certainly would support that. I'll drive her. She's inspiring. She's incredibly inspiring. I told you I won't call them survivors. I call them warriors. Anything but a survivor, because she's far. He never graduated. He got his GED in prison. Okay. I found Cody's pictures up until 11th grade, so I don't know if he ever graduated either. She's strong. She will be. She really will be an advocate for children, is what she wants to do, but other women just naturally. I agree, Ava, and we all know the safe places to go for the best information. And we know where not to go. And yes, hell yes. I think warriors should march. I think warriors should march. I think warriors should march their ass right up the steps and tell the men in suits what's up, because they don't know. They have no idea. And I'm sick of the red tape. I'm sick of hearing things like, we'd like to help you. Your case seems good. I get where you're coming from. All those things, but then can't help. So that shit just pisses me off. Anyway, let me move on. The pig is sentenced to 20 years. He serves 85% in credit for good behavior. While in prison, though, he is caught assaulting 2 other prisoners, and he also has a contraband cell phone for texting a minor, several other infractions, and he's still released early. I know my heart hurts too, exiled one. It really does. And yet it also bursts with pride for these women who have decided to become warriors, and won't stand for the word victim. So I beam with pride for them as well. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. She is 100% consistent. There's nothing I don't believe. Also, and I'm going to say this too, Lynn's the same way. Stories never changed. Never changed.
And I'm sure it's like that for members of other families as well. Or, yeah, that just maybe haven't spoken out, but being realistic, not everyone's spoken out publicly. So I would assume that not,
why wasn't time added on for those offenses? Well, we don't know. Lazy.
Because he was still getting stars on his chart for other behavior that he was,
for taking a shower, for breathing, for, I don't know. Cody diagnosed as schizophrenic, shows serious child abuse. Mom, see, okay. She did work at the county courthouse. She worked at Pittsburgh County Courthouse. I don't know if that had anything to do with his charges or anything like that. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to talk about Mom right now, because Mom's, while we all have our feelings, Mom's not involved. Did I mention we all have feelings? Yeah. We all have our feelings. Yep, but this. So I don't know what they endured as children in that house. Hello. Nice to see you. Nada?
I just was doing that just to mess with you. Sorry.
Okay, don't mess with me. I'm tipping the scales on tears here. I'm trying to get through this live. I am so, I don't know why this case works me up, but it really does. It really hurts. I'm no joke. It really hurts my heart. Seems there are some delays in the child person case because of COVID and the medical problem with the attorney, but they couldn't get around to 3 years. Yeah. And they couldn't also let anybody know that, we're going to release them anyway.
Well, that and the fact, I just find it impressive too that, congratulations, you got by the skin of your teeth, achieving the 85% to walk out of prison unjustly, in my opinion, only to turn around and get arrested again the next day. And then, so wait, that's what was that? October 30th, November, was turned around, arrested the next day. I think it was either Halloween, whatever it was. He got out of prison end of October, turned around, was rearrested, bonds out, was waiting till May 1st for the trial. But in the meantime, so October, released, November, rearrested, bonded out. December is the whole debacle.
That is the bonded out, by the way. Yes, because of good. Yes, it was good hygiene. That is actually it. You're from Sri Lanka. Well, welcome in. Nice to see you. Welcome here. Wouldn't have had a bondman in one would think.
But it's just interesting that the dynamics obviously didn't get any better at home, in my opinion, once he was out and Cody was obviously home as well, because I just don't know how you go from a DV incident, arson, everything occurs December 13th. You're filing for emergency petition, protective order on the 14th. It's essentially approved. Everyone's supposed to be in court on the 22nd.
Wrong case.
No. I mean, that's what I was saying, that in terms of their home life, he gets out, he's at home when the DV incident happens with Cody being at the house with Donna.
Mm-hmm.
I just meant it's just kind of like the end of October into middle of December. It was just one thing after another.
Should have kept him in prison until the court hearing that Monday. 6 lives would have been saved. I know, Lori. At least the kids. That's just... At least the kids. So what I was going to talk about is Mr. Fleming, James Fleming, his cellmate, while in prison for it was 16 or 18 months. I couldn't remember which he said. I need to go back and figure it out. While there, we're going to give you the list of infractions that he had. McFadden got beat up for messing with James. What? Sorry, what? Hello? Okay, we're going to mute her until she can talk, because I'm not sure what she's doing. What are you doing? We can't hear you. LFT. And we're off. Okay, fine. What happened with Cody and LaDonna? Who got the protective order? LaDonna got the protective order against Cody because Cody decided to light his blanket on fire. He was having a schizophrenic breakdown, climbed a tree with a rope, hung the rope up like he was going to do something. They talked him down. He was arrested. They got the... She got the hiccups, right? It was very informative. Mm-hmm. All right, cool, Kate. Awesome. The link should be in the group chat, but I can send it to you again. She ran out for another cook. Hopefully she's climbing the tree. So James tells us that he was the one dating Holly and writing to her. Hi.
I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, cool. So James is the one dating Holly, and Jesse he goes through his stuff and finds Holly's information, starts writing to her, etc. Now, I will tell you that one of the things that, and I'm going to be real, like I'm not bashing. This isn't a bash session. I won't do it. Holly's a beautiful girl with, who we lost, and her 3 children, beautiful children who we lost. But there is something just slightly bothersome that, yes, that does bother me. And that was, while she's married, she's writing inmates. Now, I don't know if she was on a mission from God or witchcraft. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that was her jam. Send it again. Okay, hold on. Sending it now. But I just did find that slightly like... I did find that slightly weird. I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, maybe she's on some kind of fact-finding mission. I don't know. Yeah, Cody is a meth head. She did work from home. So did, there's Kate. Hello.
Oh, I have, hold on a minute. I need to figure out my sound situation real quick.
Okay.
It's in my, oh no, it's in my headphones. All right, that works.
Okay, cool. So James and Jesse are we're calling them roommates. They're cellmates, sorry. But while they're in there, Jesse finds Holly's information. They start communicating. They start dating. However, one does that with the prisoners while you're still married. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was my only thing that really was like, like, she was a beautiful girl. Like, not saying that anything's wrong with having a relationship with prisoners, but like, why wouldn't you
married?
Yeah, well, one, why you're married, and like, what was that like? Why would you especially someone who had a charge like that? I don't know. Maybe she didn't know at first, and then over time, she found out later. But I feel like if I was writing a prisoner, I would feel compelled to look them up and see why they're in jail. So
I would too. I would too. You found it a bit of a stretch. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Except jeans. Well, hey, I was just talking about you. About you. Oh, I'm so sorry you had the worst day. I can't believe that you're here, though. I was literally just saying my 3 favorite memes, and yours was one of them. So anyway, Jesse gets moved. In the meantime, after that happens, while in prison, Jesse works at a call center for a job. The woman in charge came in early. We used the restroom. JM came in and rubbed himself against this person in the washroom on her backside. He came up behind her. He was fired, but no charges. After he moved to Just Done to finish the remainder of the sentence, it was here that he received the contraband cell phone and began sexting some minors. This was in late 2016, early 2017. So that goes on for quite some time. Oh, those guys have a way of sucking people in? Really? Well, that's interesting.
Well, like, James was really nice, and he said he was in there for a short stint, and I could see if you want, like, I think that's nice to write people and be there for them during that stuff. But Jesse, I feel like, is a different story. I would definitely have to like look up why they were there, and if I seen that would have been like a no-go for me. You know what I mean? And if you're married, it's just strange. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what their marriage was like, so I don't want to judge too much, but I do think it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. Do we know how we got the phones?
I don't, but I wouldn't.
We have a guess. We don't. We have an uneducated guess. How about
I wouldn't be shocked if his mama.
Apparently, it's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would hate to have to smuggle one of those in.
I don't know. I mean, smuggling it in is one thing, but then how do you get it from point B to point C?
I don't know. But it
I can probably inquire about that and see if I can find out. But I'm going to make an educated guess and say it was probably from his mama, maybe. But I might be able to get that answer.
Yeah, I would love to hear that answer. It was like the first time he used a cell phone for nefarious purpose. I know, right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I have a cell phone. Let me talk to a minor.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember James saying that when he was in the same cell or the same prison even as McFadden, that McFadden had the cell phone in there. But I swear if he did, I would have gotten a hold of his phone, and I would use the lifeline. I would be like, I would have been, get me out of here with this creeper. But he didn't have it.
Apparently he was a creeper too. Like every conversation they had was turned into something that two fellas shouldn't be talking about. Like it turned sexual almost every conversation, which made James very uncomfortable. And you're already in tight quarters. You don't need 5'6" creeper dude doing a dick and winding your ass up either. So he was released from prison November 10th, failure to appear after his rearrest for... I don't even know my own handwriting. Here you go. I don't know why I expected you to be able to read this. I can't read it. I don't. You know why? I'll tell you, Risk. This is really easy because we want to fix people. We're fixers. We're nurturers. We want that. You want to say you reformed that bad boy. He was so bad. Now he's so sweet. When in reality, if you just find a sweet one from the get-go,
yeah,
your life's a lot easier.
You find out you wasted a lot of time in your life, because I've been through it too, trying to like reform people and fix people, and it was like, and you get a little older and you're like, why did I even waste my time?
It is a sickness, and I dated, so before I got married, I dated basically, I was in long-term relationships the whole time, but it was just the same guy. He just had different names.
Yep, same.
Just the same guy, different names.
And she was young, I guess, at that point when she started talking to him, but
well, and that's the there is no fixing in us. I agree. Hey, Riddler, thanks for being here. You're sweet. Hey, Astro, welcome in. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. This guy was a walking nightmare. He was. But also, when you're broken, and I think Holly was really broken. Let's call it what it is, okay? Holly was broken. When you're broken, you're trying to fix everybody else around you besides yourself. And maybe that had something to do with it too, because I was broken and I tried to fix everyone around me so I didn't have to deal with it. But I found out that dealing with me is a hell of a lot easier than dealing with somebody else. I know me. What am I dealing with them for? So, all right. Page 3, where am I? LFT. Oh.
Yeah, what's up?
Where am I in my timeline here? I'm all gobbledygook.
So he gets let out. He's at home. He, by December 2022, Cody's lighting, what are they called? Doormats on fire and going crazy and attacking
his blanket.
Yeah, lighting blankets and stuff on fire. And so that's December. That happened December 13th. Then they were, so that I just think it's really interesting that LaDonna just made sure to include Jesse so much in her written statement about the treatment that they were receiving from Cody. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, oh, my witness is my other son over here. He can attest to what happened. I've been like, the hell he can. But I'm sure it was not a very good situation. So that happens. And then he has a couple, then we get to June 24th, 2022. That was his one and only 90-day home compliance, which he doesn't have to go anywhere to check in. They have to go to him to check in. He's supposed to happen every day, or every 90 days. He only had one since being let out, and it occurred on June 24th. I guess the rest of the summer was quasi uneventful for them in 2022. Don't know. There wasn't too much. Then we roll into 2023, and
well, they had their wedding celebratory
wedding.
That's
right. Oh, thank you. I do have the application and the marriage license, the PDFs up if we want to show them.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll show
really
it.
Oh, I was like, I have them right here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, if you can show it, that's even better. That would be even better.
Now, she couldn't marry Jesse for 6 months, though, right? After she divorced. Like, isn't there like a law? I mean, I think they immediately were back together, but I don't think she was allowed to marry him until.
I gotta mute for 1 second.
Well,
you
the
guys
divorce.
Right.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
5, 6,
I
7,
forgot
8.
one thing.
So
Hold on.
I thought with. Oh, are you trying to say something? Sorry.
I was just gonna thank 5, 6,
Oh,
7, 8
sorry,
for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
And I just wanted to say, Kate, real fast, if you don't mind. The other thing that happened too, thank you for saying this, that December 27th of 2021, I know we just backtracked a little bit, but just for the record, that is when Holly and her ex, Guess, when she and Joe Guess, that's when their divorce was finalized. 12/27/21, so December 27th of 2020. Sorry, I meant to mention that.
And then they got married in May, but I think that you have, like, by law, you have to wait 6 months before you can marry again. But I'm pretty sure they were together immediately, like after the divorce, or when it was filed, I guess.
Yes. Oh, I think there was something I saw. They didn't have to do, I want to say, Kate, and we can go back and look that in terms of her, the divorce with Joe Guess, like in North Carolina, you have to do like a 6-month trial, like the separation.
Yeah.
I think if I saw correctly in their paperwork that they kind of basically said, we don't need, like, we're good. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know you could do that.
You mean like the 6 months before it's finalized? I was saying, I think after the divorce is finalized, I heard, I don't know if this is true, that Oklahoma has a law that after divorce is finalized, you can't remarry until 6 months. But I just seen people saying that. I don't know if that's true. And I was wondering, because they didn't marry till May, which would have been
that might
around that. So I was like, oh, maybe they had to, like maybe that's why they waited until May.
Right, here is their marriage license. And I don't need to share tab audio. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, it's thinking really hard about opening for y'all. Oh, wait, or maybe I need to scroll up. No, I'm an idiot. I need to scroll up. Okay, wait. Here is their application. Oh, son of a biscuit. I messed up. Sorry. Share screen. I'm just going to talk to y'all while I do this. We're going to share screen number 2. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel like they changed the share screen layout, or maybe it's because of my different setup on my computer. But every time I look at it now, it feels different.
Yeah.
And more confusing.
Okay, so here is their application for the marriage license. And I believe this is dated the 22nd. Well, I wrote it down. I believe this was the
22nd right there on the top, LFT.
Y'all want to hear something crazy that I seen? All right, so the guy who did Jesse's 90-day like compliance thing has the same last name as the witness listed on the birth certificate. And the witness on the birth certificate, I saw some locals were saying, is that guy's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think she works at the courthouse, and maybe it was just like because, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I might have took a screenshot of it because I was so blown away by it. But all right, so the last name on the thing is like Smalley or something, and then on the marriage certificate it says Melissa Smalley.
Right there, Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Yep. And then on the 90-day thing, it's Officer Smalley.
Oh, that's really interesting because that right there does that look like Smalley to you? SM
Or it says I think
or
his name's
something.
Crafton, maybe Crafton Smalley or something like that.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Well, this was in the presence of a Rebecca and a Melissa.
She is administrative assistant at Okmulgee County Sheriff's Office. So I'm pretty sure that's her son, the one who did the 90-day thing. But I don't know if maybe she was just present when they did the marriage at the courthouse, and that's why they put her as a witness. I'm not sure. Here, I'll send you. Hold on. I'll send you her thing real quick.
Okay, thank you. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much for your support. That was really kind.
What are the odds of that, man? Like, that was so.
I'm gonna go like we should be shocked, but at the same time we're not, just because.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I think it's been so, looking through some of these public legal and/or court documents is kind of interesting when you talk about going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. That's a true.
Oh, I didn't. Did I say birth certificate? I meant marriage certificate.
Marriage certificate, yeah.
I thought I just said certificate, but if I did say birth certificate, I meant marriage certificate.
That's okay. We knew what you meant. But thank you. It is crazy, Astro. It is completely crazy. And I'm trying to not. Guys, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad.
Too bad things didn't change and she didn't get an annulment. I just, ugh.
All right.
Oh, I do know. And then she did. Holly didn't move to Henrietta though until he got out of prison, right? Because that's when he moved in with her for a little while, and then
January is when the lease started on that property.
Yeah, they didn't start living together until she got to Henrietta.
The odds are Pointer.
Oh gosh. Pointer lover.
Get LFT a Coke, but not right now. And Tia a coffee. Yes. Thank you, Pointer. Holy mackerel. Thank you so much. Your support means the world to us. I swear to God, you guys. You have no idea. It really does mean the world to us. And thank you so much.
LFT, before I forget, can you explain to me that, remember that article you sent that said something about like unincorporated or whatever? Because
get out of my head. I literally was just thinking about that. I was going to show that to be like, hey, why? Like, literally was just thinking that while how do you do that? We're on the same
brain waves.
That is the weirdest thing. Hold on. Yes, I'll bring that up and maybe I'll share it and see. I'm just curious if any locals or anyone in that area, if you read this and tell me if I'm just misunderstanding or if it's something so obvious, but I just want their explanation of it. Thank you. All right, I'm grabbing it right now. Sorry.
Sounds like excuses to me, but I don't know what it means, so I'm just not gonna
pull it up and read it. LFT. Astro, you're so great. You're so great.
I'm getting
it. What was it? Unincorporated location?
Mm-hmm. Just means they're outside the city limits.
Is that it?
It is.
I love it though because it's like to defer to the Henrietta PD, and Henrietta PD is like, no, we don't have it. Like, won't even. Here we go.
Got it.
So it says an unincorporated area is a region that is not governed by a local municipal corporation. These areas are generally not governed by neighboring towns under the same legal umbrella. Unincorporated towns or cities are not part of or legally included under the laws of the state that they are located in. Unincorporated areas are often in remote locations, cover vast areas, or have very small populations. Unincorporated towns are fully fledged towns or even small cities that do not have their own local government. They tend to answer to the county even though they do not have their own elected officials. As a result, they're only bound by their county's laws.
So the sheriff would be in charge of the county. Good night, butterfly.
Okay. I was trying to
Aw,
figure it
thanks.
so I don't have to share everything at the bottom. I got it right here. I'm looking at this. I cannot believe you just did that. In my mind.
It's just so strange to me. Like,
Oh,
does that mean he
my
didn't
computer
have
looks
to?
like it's about to cry.
Oh no. Like, does that mean he wasn't
just
bound
opening.
by the same
This is gonna be
laws
exciting.
as?
Well, I was just more impressed with how they both like deferred to one another. Okay, well, screw it. How do I, Tia, when I save it? How do I save it? So, or Kate, when I open it, it doesn't show all of our stuff at the bottom. Oh, I know.
Put it in your photos and then just bring
I got
it up. Or okay. I think
That's
it
what I'm
said
gonna do. We're gonna do a little.
Mr. Worth, you're absolutely right. They didn't go to. Hey, thank you, crazy Italian lady. Wow. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Means you're not bound by the law of the town. You're bound by the county laws. My question is, they didn't go to school in McAllister, instead went to school in Indianola, a smaller town. Didn't the kids go to Henrietta High School? No? I thought they did. Is there not? Am I making that up?
Or about code them or
Yeah, sure.
Or Holly's children.
Holly's, yeah, I'm sorry. I was blank. So I was totally listening to you, and I answered you in my head. It's going swimmingly here. I'm just being an idiot.
Here, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll figure this real fast. I can just share the window,
share
right?
Yeah, let me know what you need. Yes, they did in Westville until a year ago. Okay, thank you.
Can you share
it?
Yeah.
Every time I open it.
They were nights. Yeah.
Give me a second to pull it up.
Your browser has blocked your screen. All right. I got timed out by my own computer.
Yeah, crazy mama.
They're like,
welcome
you
in.
Don't even go here.
Why can't I find it?
I'm so glad. I read this like 2 weeks ago. I read this and I've had it here. I'm just going to download it. And I've literally just been like driving me nuts. Oh, I got it.
Thanks, crazy.
Open image and new tab. Boom.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Yeah.
We got it.
We got this.
Okay.
Sorry, I was scrolling trying to find it.
Share screen. We're going to do it. I'm going to compel her high water. I'm going to show it. Here we go. Share.
Agreed. There is no excuse. We know the bio dads. We have the bio dads. Oh, for the McFaddens. Actually, I lied. We have bio dads for everyone else except the McFadden boys. So I totally just lied to you.
Right. Now,
You want to try mine? It might be bigger on mine.
Yeah, also you're cutting out, LFT. No one can hear you. You want me to add this?
Yeah, you can try and see if it's bigger. There you go.
I'm going to take it out of there. And how's that work?
It worked. That looks good. Looks big to me.
Oh, do I need to take my? Oh, okay, I'll take my down. So, can someone explain that? How it says the spokeswoman or spokesperson for the Henrietta PD said that McFadden's address was located in an unincorporated part of Okmulgee County, where his registration was up to date, and deferred to the Okmulgee PD, essentially to answer the question. And they say, due to his home address, Henrietta PD would have no records kept of his registration.
No, to me, they don't. They do not, as far as we know. Can I say, oh, cute, smart? Oh! I ain't lying to you, though. I'm going to tell you the truth. No, Michael and Tiffany have different fathers, but Joe Guess was going to adopt all. So he had all 3 kids. I just heard from MK yesterday, by the way. He wished us a happy Mother's Day. I miss Wheel, too. I don't know where Wheel is. I hope everything's okay over there. Yeah, I know. 100%. Do you want to read that, LFT?
Oh, did you have me muted? Did y'all not hear me read it out loud?
No.
Oh, I've been talking to myself. Okay, sorry. I said, here's what can someone explain this? So the Henrietta Police Department tells this reporter that McFadden's address was located in an unincorporated part of Okmulgee County, where his registration was up to date, and deferred to the Okmulgee PD. The PD, Okmulgee, said, okay, and deferred to the Okmulgee Police Department. Then the response is, due to his home address, Henrietta Police Department would have no records kept of his registration, Henrietta Police said in a statement.
True story, Jamie. Yes, true story. No, actually, this is not true, I thought Riley and Michael had different dads, and Tiffany's dad was Joe Guess. We have Riley's dad's name, and we have Tiffany's dad's name.
Criminality. Yes. Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Yo, T, what's up?
I do know that Judy White Allen, who is a grandmother, gave an interview, at least a printed article interview, and she said essentially she's the grandmother of Riley and Michael.
Is it true Joe got the CPS case?
Put together the timeline, I guess, is all.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Pepper.
Riley's dad is the same for Michael. No, they're 2 different names.
Yes, but I guess it hasn't been confirmed, but I can at least say Judy White Allen, who is one of the grandmothers, she says that two of her grandchildren, that she was Riley and Michael's grandmother. So I don't know if it's because of just, they were, it was kind of like Joe had been there since essentially, right? I mean, since Michael had been born. So I don't know if she just kind of looked at it like that, you know what I mean? But I do know.
Then why did he have the separate last name?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Michael?
That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
Why did Michael? He doesn't have
a father listed on his birth certificate. So that's why I'm saying
I think that
it's not the bio dad.
They don't know. I feel like that's like
I think
probably
they
the
don't know.
best answer. Yeah.
But I think in terms of the family dynamics, like I said, it was just like Joe said, he had been there even though he wasn't their biological father. I mean, Riley had already been born by the time he came into the picture, but he was there when Michael was born. And I mean, they all looked.
So maybe when they met,
and so
was pregnant. She was already pregnant with Michael.
Maybe that's how Riley's grandmother just assumed, Mrs. White Allen, just kind of looked at for sure. Riley and Michael as the grandmother of those two.
Did you see
probably Tiffany as well? Probably looked at Tiffany like as a grandchild too, but you know what I mean. But Joe is.
Yes, I do think that they want a lot of confusion in this case. I think that they want to keep. It's easier to confuse and keep with the bullshit than it is to be real and tell you the truth, right? Joe said he was there before Michael was even born, maybe during her pregnancy with Michael. That's what I thought too. I thought maybe she was pregnant with Michael when they met.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how, and he was, like kind enough to, because I mean, he was gonna, do you want me to bring this up, LFT?
Oh no, that was, what, sorry. I didn't realize I still had the sharing thing going. I'm sorry.
Okay. So where are we? So December, January, they moved in together. They were working the same company. What else?
Selling insurance.
Selling insurance, working her side business. The Which Way side business. He was very involved in that too. The lotions and potions and shit.
Yeah.
How about when was Riley? When did she get pulled out or lean more into the homeschooling? When did they?
I'm confused about this because now that now I'm confused about how that all went down because I thought I had it all mapped out in my head and now it's not anymore.
Hey Shifty, welcome in.
You actually sketched it.
Like I thought I had the answer to that and now I don't. But I don't know if she was pulled out at Westville or I mean, so like I seen her friend saying she was pulled out at Westville, but technically they moved not long after that, I imagine. So I don't know.
Well, my understanding is they were with the Michael Mayo, the grandfather, Holly's dad.
Oh, maybe that's why they went out of school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then when they got married, the kids came to live with them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was right, actually.
I don't know when they came back to live with them, but they definitely were with the grandfather for a little bit. So maybe that's why, because they moved there, that she got taken out of school. But I don't know if there was a separate incident after Jesse was like with Jesse, if he had pulled her out over a boy. I don't know if that's a separate incident or not, but if I had to guess, I don't think so. But then go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm with you because Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I kind of think along the lines of that as well. But I think because Holly's parents, Janet and Michael were before Jesse entered the picture, before that all happened. Yes,
Yeah.
they had been helping with the children and everything in Westville. And then obviously Holly and the kids moved to Henrietta. And I want to say that all the kids, like essentially when they moved, were put into school, put into school. And then she was pulled out. I think
Yeah.
Riley did attend school in
Michael has no birth father on his birth certificate, Nana.
So what I did, so after I thought maybe the pulled out of school thing happened at Westville, because the girls that I seen that were staying in the Facebook group were from Westville. So I was like, oh, maybe that's, when she got pulled out of school. But then I saw someone else say that there was a separate incident where she was talking to a boy, and I guess maybe she tried to sneak out, or she tried to sneak him in, and then they nailed her window. I don't know if this is true or not, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just saying this is what I saw. Somebody say in my, looking through stuff from people who know them, that they nailed her window shut and pulled her out of school. But I don't know if that actually happened or what, or if people are getting it confused with the other situation or what have you. But
Crazy Italian Lady said, yes, she was pulled from Westville, and that's what Lynn told me in a conversation I had with her.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
She said, I know the dean at Westville High, and I was going to ask him some questions about that. And hey, listen, Crazy Italian Lady, if you find something out, will you email us? Will you let us know what you find out, please? I would love to be, if you can get the information, we'd love to, give you the credit for it. I can't imagine preteens and teens being happy about moving schools. No. I can't either.
But yeah, it's confusing to me, because I don't know if that situation was considered the Westville thing or if a separate incident happened. But I did see somebody saying that possibly there was a separate incident. So maybe both happened, I guess.
I don't know, LFT. That's a great question. Since moving to Henrietta, Riley was not in school. I don't know. That's a good question. We need to probably figure that out.
Because that's what I was saying. Like, when they moved and then they never enrolled her?
Westville.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out too.
Okay, I was just making sure I was on that same confusion. This is what we want to get an answer for, and we need to look into. Okay, perfect.
But I do think there may have been a separate incident, and maybe it was because she was enrolled at school. So I think that would be probably a place where we could start and check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Oops.
I couldn't imagine being pulled out of school too. Just if that story is true, because of either trying to alert the teacher or someone about what's going on at home, or even more. I mean, just as much of a bitch move would be because she was texting a boy. I would love to see how that would fly, but I would think that you can't be happy being taken out for any reason, because the last thing you want to do, I would assume, especially if you're coming forward and asking for help or reporting what's going on at home, the last thing you want to be is back at home.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
right.
crazy.
I feel like school is a getaway for some kids. You know what I mean?
Agreed. That was probably her sanctuary. All of them.
I do think she was enrolled when they moved to Henrietta, because that's where the thing came up that she didn't want to go, how much she hated going home after school. She loathed it because things were so just icky.
When her friends were saying that, because I thought they were her friends from
Westville, right?
Westville. Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
The friends on Facebook, I think they were from Westville.
That's what I thought, but I could be wrong on that.
because I feel like they specified that they went to Westville
We need
somewhere.
to go back and check that because I'm pretty sure she had talked to friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Nana. Yeah, I thought she had talked to a couple of girlfriends. Crazy Italian lady, thank you so much. I can tell you I'm witness to how them kids over in Westville be sneaking in and out of windows in the middle of the night. Oh!
Has anyone can put a 1 in chat if during your teens, and I don't mean to kind of go off the serious route here, but did anyone truly sneak out when y'all were in high school? Like literally out of window?
Out in 7th grade.
No.
I walked like a mile.
Mother.
I walked like a mile to McDonald's at like 4 a.m. to meet boys and with my friend who slept over, and man, we got in trouble. Uh-huh. I was in 7th grade.
I did it. Damn, I didn't have the guts to do it. I didn't have the guts to do it until I want to say I was a sophomore, but I sure as heck wasn't at home. I was at my grandmother's, and we met some, literally snuck out of the window. And when it darkened, we went over to the club. We took the golf carts out on like the golf course late at night. And I remember sneaking back in like as the sun was coming up. Like it was like that break of dawn. Mm-hmm.
No, you know what I would do though?
But I was
I didn't sneak out because I was terrified of getting in trouble. Oh, hell no. Because it was a swing first, answer questions later.
Yeah.
So I attempted.
It was harder. Go ahead, sorry. I was about to say, it's definitely hard. I think you know well enough my parents were pretty strict as well, but so it's easier at my grandmother's house. But I have to admit, by high school, my parents pretty much, they knew like when they went out, I was allowed to stay at home alone, but like after party, like I hosted a handful. And only my senior year, though, this is where I got tripped up, because after one of the big weekends, my parents had been out of town and my stepdad had taken an earlier flight home. And he came in, and like people in every bedroom, one on the couch. And I just got this look, and he went back to like their suite of like the house where my parents' room was. And I had to deal with the consequences, but I don't know. I lived and learned, and I paid my penance.
So KK says I snuck out 2 times, and one at my mom's and one at my dad's. It was so terrifying and nerve-wracking. That would be me. I wouldn't be able to have fun back then. I'm much more adventurous now than I was back then. I sat out in the yard and caught one coming over the gate to see my granddaughter, and believe me, it wasn't pretty. Scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, that's amazing. Now that's the best.
That's hilarious. I found those screenshots.
Okay, cool.
Of the
school. Hold on, that Ellen says I snuck out, or actually walked out the garage door. I was nervous going out, going back in. You had fun. So what I would do is I would just tell my mom, like, dude, I'm sitting out front and we're just going to have a party, like right here in the driveway. And I'm not going anywhere. And so all my friends would come over, and we would just sit in the drive. We would literally sit in the driveway till like 4 o'clock in the morning. And my mom was like, okay, fine. You're not sneaking out. You're not going anywhere. And I was like, hell no. Cause I'm afraid. Because I was that girl. Now, I snuck out often. So Karma gave me $2. Yeah, no. I learned in my 30s that not all of us came out unscathed as I did. That's so true. I'm so angry. I wasn't sober enough to stop the things. Oh, Amber, that's heartbreaking. You would cruise the back roads jamming. Like, Amber, I'm so sorry. Yeah. We would play music, and we would sit outside, and I just didn't go anywhere because I was like, and now I'm climbing out the windows. Yeah.
I snuck out of Tia's house.
Cemented shut. Actual cement? Oh, Ava, you must have been the youngest. That's not right. You would sneak off too?
I snuck out in my late 30s. I've done it at Tia's.
Yeah, she did. She snuck out of my house. She was in the middle of a conversation. But I skipped school. Now, skipping school, we didn't talk about skipping school because that I was the queen at.
Oh, I did that all the time.
Oh, see, I couldn't do that.
My senior year, I was out of school more than I was in school.
Yeah. I skipped a lot. I was bad.
I was really bad.
I did. In high school, seniors could go off campus for lunch. But so that was like the big senior privilege, obviously. But every once in a while, if you were dating like a senior, if you had, older friends, I had to say I did sneak off. I snuck off campus once during lunch hour. But I never skipped school unless I think like being sick, and then that didn't always go over very well. I mean,
well, my senior year, I got out at 10:30. So if I had, I had a math class and an English class, and then I was out at 10:30. So if I was like caught up with stuff, or I didn't go, or I would leave, it was dumb. I was like, I get out at 10:30. I'm not even going.
Yeah.
Which was so bad. I was very good in school, straight A student. No, the truth was my boyfriend was already out of school and in college. So I used to hang out with all of them. You're sneaking out as we speak. Modina's sneaking out. Chain him back up.
Telling on you.
I know. My best friend and I skipped school to wait in line for concert tickets in our school uniforms. I love that. I love that. That was the only thing. Like, I remember going in the mall and being in my uniform and being like, oh, I really shouldn't be here. Same. I had attendance issues, but my homework was always done and I passed their tests. That was me. I'd argue with the teachers about why they had to attend every day. That was Pepper. Me and you. Be on the same page. I was like, why do I have to be here? I turned everything in. I did everything. Ugh, my daughter was scared I'd find her. She went to oh God, Pepper. Me too. All right. Sorry, we're getting back on track.
I got that answer for the phone thing too. The guards bring in the phones, but LaDonna paid for it and bought them phone cards every month.
Really?
I heard you got to pay like a couple $1,000s for a phone in jail. Like if it's pretty expensive, like if people like bring them in, they charge a lot of money for you to get one.
I know the school uniforms were so obvious. It was so stupid. Like, what was I thinking?
We had a dress code, but no uniforms. We had the fingertip rule. Your shorts couldn't be like shorter than your fingertips.
Yeah,
that was my daughter.
Yep, doing that right there.
Her neck got shorter and shorter with the school as she got to be a senior. Her neck got shorter because her fingertips it was so funny. We would laugh so hard. And then for my daughter, hers was a kilt. So she wore shorts under it. So literally, she just wrapped the skirt right around her waist as she's walking into school, right over the sweatpants and t-shirt, which it was, those girls, what a mess they
So their phones that they sneak in, you know how they get like TVs and stuff in prison, like, or if you get the privilege of having one in your cell, and don't they have to be like see-through or like?
You're cutting out again. When you go to Catholic school, you have those uniforms. You have to change your clothes before you leave school, or you're going to get caught.
Yeah, I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
They said Riley went to school at Westville at 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, and school called CPS and pulled them from school.
No one can hear you, LFT. We'll just wait.
LFT, you sound like this. You're like, wah.
No one can hear you. In the 90s, we could pull off the khakis and That's so cool. I was an 80s kid. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm old. So old. In the polos. Yep. We'd call from the payphone in the hallway and pretend we were each other's moms. I mean, so in art, so did we. But when you turned 18 in high school, if you were 18, you could sign yourself out. That's why I never went to school in my senior year. Because I was just like, oh, Tia Dash, out of school. Off we go. I know. 12 years of Catholic school, so did my kids. We called from a payphone. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we did the private school thing for the kids. Better drugs. I don't know. More expensive. It was, I don't know. Around these parts, private schools are better than the public schools. Now, where I was, the public schools were better than the private schools. Did I say that? No, the public schools were better than private schools. Yeah. And that continues. Calling from the hall. It really was. Crazy mama. They were afraid it would burn down if you walked in because you bad. Come back up. I feel like I'm in good company with all the folks who graduated in the 1900s. Also, Catholic school tour. Yes! Amber! I had a friend fill out my emergency card so all our notes match. Now that's smart. Look at you, smarty pants. That's really smart. I'm telling you, my senior year, I was like, Tia who? I know we're gonna that's not like you. Ooh. Hold on one second. Let me just read this really quick. Oh. Okay. I got you. I read it.
Yeah, crazy.
I was suspended once for a little attendance issue. I had a party at my parents', like 25 kids skipped that day, so I had to do detentions. Oh my God.
I did 12 years of Catholic school too.
Mm-hmm. Till sophomore year, then I had to go to public school. I couldn't take it anymore. A lot of my friends did that. The freshman year, they went to public school. I would take every letter being sent to my friends' parents out of the mail. So we were all skipping. God, you guys are so smart. I am so super sidetracked with information still coming in from what you're giving and something else I just got, and then something else. I got 3 things that just came in. Do we really know? Actually, I want to ask you, do we really know if Michael, if we know Michael's dad? I'm not feeling confident in that answer.
No. I mean, I Cody might be, but I don't know if they know for sure if he is, but I think he's probably the best, I don't want to say it in a crappy way, but he's probably if there is someone, it more than likely would be him, I guess.
Not Now Nana says in an interview, he talks about it. I'll have to look that up. Hey, if you have that link, Nana, would you mind emailing it? I would love to see that.
I don't think there's proof that he is at this point?
No, because Michael's birth certificate doesn't have a father listed, right?
He would have to like establish paternity, is what I'm saying. But he might be, you know, like I think at that around that time, you know, it could lead back to him, but maybe there's a reason why she didn't. Like maybe.
Thanks, Nana.
I feel like if she didn't put him as the father, maybe there's a reason why. You know what I mean? So.
The Prego nun. That reminds me, I went to a Halloween party and I saw a pregnant nun one time as a Halloween costume, and the sign on her back said the devil made me do it. I was like, that's brilliant. Who got not only attention but mandatory alcohol abuse classes and grounded for the entire school year? We were so bad. Oh, I know. Also, we did things when I went to school that kids now would never do.
Yeah.
Never. We had nuns and habits for teachers, and believe me, you didn't want to mess with them. I know. Well, and they had weapons too. They were allowed to carry weapons like rulers and sticks and like I said, I came from a start swing and duck. Like you don't.
My school did like a total low blow. They waited till like I think it was like April, and they brought drug dogs into the school and got a bunch of seniors who were just about to graduate. I'm like, man, that was kind of like messed up. They did almost all 4 years of school, and then you're gonna, you know, like
that happened to a friend of mine who we were freshmen and his brother was a senior. It was 2 weeks away from graduation, and he got arrested.
Yeah, they got caught.
He had a joint in his locker.
Yeah.
And he got arrested. Same thing. Drug dogs came in, and 2 weeks to graduation, we were like, oh my God, you have to be the dumbest human being to put that in your locker, like right now.
And I'm pretty sure like we knew all week that it was coming up. So it was like, I think they thought though that they would bring the dogs inside and not check the cars, and they were found like they checked the cars and stuff.
Oh, they did. We had no internet, and amen to that, Amber. Ain't no, but like, passing notes was the thing. We had notebooks, and we would write our notes, like 3-page notes in class, and just instead of like, you know, like you would fold up the papers and stuff like that in middle school. In high school, you just handed the notebook over to your best friend, and they wrote the note back to you. Sometimes the answer to tests were in there, depending on which classes you had. They didn't pull no punches for sure. You had to poke them in the chest with their fingers. Ooh. Feisty nuns, God rest their soul now. What am I saying? God rest their soul. They're probably 130 and still working. Or they're in those old retirement homes for nuns. But they're all still alive. I swear to God, they're like 130. LFT, are you coming back up because otherwise I'm just going to turn this. I'm going to shut her down since we've been on for an hour and a half already. The nuns scared me. We got pushed up against the lockers when I was 12. Woo!
Oh, no.
She came at you like a linebacker and pinned you against a locker for doing a cartwheel in the hole. Holy. Yeah, they were tough. We're going to try and put our thoughts onto paper-ish. You had a nun that had your mom in high school? Oh my gosh, that's funny. We're going to try and put our thoughts into our timeline. I really wanted to meet with you guys to apologize more so for the other night's late night live. Mayhem and Miracles, thanks for coming in here. That's really nice of you. Welcome. I'm grateful to be the last generation to graduate before. Oh, me too. Me too. Yep. Me too. They live to be 200. Don't they? I swear to God. Oh, there she is. Let's see if she wants to come back up. Hi. Did you want to join us again?
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently,
I'm so glad.
Apparently, karma does get you back for sneaking out and doing stuff 20 some odd years later. You can't hold an internet connection.
I'm really glad you're here, Mayhem and Miracles. Thanks for coming in. I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me, LFT. I was just saying we're just trying to put our stuff on paper right now, get our thoughts on paper. And mainly I wanted to apologize for the live the other night, but maybe we can go live tomorrow night if it's not too much. Thank you. Deanna, I really appreciate that. Let me go look that up. The middle West sophomore year, the dean went to.
Maybe we should. Oh gosh, sorry. Maybe we should give ourselves like a deadline. Speaking of homework and school and stuff, I think that we should have the next time we go live, we have to have a time, like have it open to walk through it and be like, all right, now what are we missing, and what else? Get feedback from y'all.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I'm so glad that you could meet everyone here. Good evening to you. I know that'll be 20 Hail Marys and an Our Father.
Oh man, 20 Hail Marys. Felt like so much.
Did you guys? Did you like? So my daughter, and now if I call her in here, she'll get really mad because she says it like, "Hey, Nay." First of all, Nay's supposed to be in bed. It's super late, but
watch me.
Did your like school have a specific prayer that you guys had to say, like where they would start saying the 2 words and then like everyone else would, like do the prayer? Did you guys have anything like that?
No, I didn't. But I didn't go to Catholic.
Say that again. Do we have what?
A specific school prayer that you would say?
Like in the morning we said the Our Father, I think, but we didn't have a specific school prayer that I remember. But I could just be forgetting.
I remember we didn't have a school prayer. No, we had like a school song, like I don't know, it's like your school anthem kind of thing. I would sing it, but I would totally dox myself because it starts off with, well, the one I went to the same school 1st through 12th. So, because my parents, so once I guess
not 1st through 12th, 1st through 8th, and then high school.
Yeah, 1st through 8th.
Yeah, so I did. My school was like, if you go pre or kindergarten, I think to obviously 12th grade. So, but I got in 1st grade, and so I was essentially a lifer. But we didn't have like the prayer thing, but we had our school song. And when I was little, it was much easier. And then they wanted, like by my middle school years, they like changed it to make it more. It just was annoying. But yeah, no, we had a school song though.
You had to stand for God Save the Queen. God Save the King now. I feel exactly what you're saying. There's always one called rebellious. Amen.
I got hop down, ladies, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to be more organized when we
do seriously, we have homework. We have homework.
Doing unorganized lives, just throwing them up and winging it.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. You guys were organized. You have a nice little timeline and all that.
There are 4 things on it right now. I've got a ton in my head and written down.
We need to try and find things to fit in there, but there's not much in between that I've found yet. Like I haven't.
But you can use, as far as we're concerned, you can use our timeline for anything you need. I mean, just fill in the blanks wherever if you add something, well.
Yeah, if I find anything, and vice versa.
Just use. I mean, we'll just run off of. That's what we did with Murdoch. We just shared it with everybody. It just made life a little easier. Because then, I don't know, we're just working off the same thing. But if there's anything incorrect, obviously change it. And if we find out more, it's just one of those rolling things. We keep going. But you're welcome to it. Anywho. Let me say thank you to Miss Kate for coming up. and being with us.
Yes.
Of course.
Always.
Anytime.
And Miss LFT for continuing to
Trying.
come back.
You did a good job.
She kept coming back.
Your moments where you went out and we heard little noises, it was kind of entertaining. It sounded funny.
I knew it would do it too because I would be doing so well, and then I would look, and then I get when we're on StreamYards on our computer when it does that Wi-Fi thing or your signal thing at the top.
Your signal's low. I get ultimate
mm-hmm.
fear when that happens. When that happened the other night when I did that panel and I accidentally ended
and
it.
You ended your live?
Oh my gosh, I was having a panic attack. And it was because I was having a whole panic attack that I ended up ending it. Because I was like, oh my God, I look so stupid now.
No, you did it. I just love that you were up there. Then it worked out so well though, because you were like, I don't know. I clicked I went to leave and I was like in the damn thing by accident. And then
for some reason, end meant leave to me, and I just hit it. I was like.
By the way, if you're not drinking Coke in this chat tonight, we can't be friends.
Coca-Cola.
Apparently, we're all Coke drinkers. Diet Coke, Coke Zero, whatever. Ain't no Pepsi around these parts.
I'm still drinking my sugar-free Red Bull from 9 o'clock.
Are you really?
Look at 11:30. Oh my God.
Oh God. See, where's my?
It doesn't really affect me like that at this point. Same thing with coffee. I
drink Bang, and it definitely affects me.
Really? If I drink caffeine at 11 o'clock, I can go right to sleep a half hour later.
I can sometimes do it, and then sometimes it kind of sneaks up on me. I don't know.
If I switch caffeines, drink coffee for a little bit and then switch and then drink, that's when it really affects me. But
no, you're not sacked, Brandy, but we're gonna have to switch over to the Coke crew. No, I'm just kidding.
I like Coke.
Whatever you like.
I think Coke is more crisp. That's why I like it.
I do Coke. I'm a Coke, not Pepsi. If you ask me for a Pepsi, I'm going to say, is Monopoly money okay? And then we call it even.
I'm 95%.
Or Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
Instead of Sprite.
All right, ladies. I'll talk to you. I'm sure I'll be sending you stuff in a few minutes anyway. So, all right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for everything. And like I said, I'm sorry for this being a little bit haywire tonight. The messages I got coming in and some of the things you see is frustrating. So, hey, Elizabeth Anderson used to be a Coke girl. But I want to say thank you to everyone who, thank you for being here, Mayhem and Miracles. You're welcome anytime. We would love come back.
Yes.
I'm disorganized today. If I can get this timeline on paper, I feel like we will have conquered the world.
I'm going to sit here and type until I fall asleep. I'm just going to start putting it all in. And then that's what I did with the Murdoch one. And then by the time I shared it with you, we were able to add to it. I just have to sit here and do it again.
I know. I need to do it as well. It's just
my because I'm not super sleepy yet. I can sit here. Don't get me wrong. I'll put on my PJs and sit here and do it. But I'm gonna do it. I have homework tonight. Because
Mayhem and Miracles is live Eastern tomorrow.
Wait. Can a mod drop their link? I really don't have internet. It hadn't even come back yet on the computer.
No apologies, Mrs. Anderson. None whatsoever. I got your messages and I will message you back. What does this say? Amber, thanks for making content when you're inspired to. Nothing is expected and everything is appreciated. Oh gosh, thank you.
That's so kind.
Well, what we want to do is produce good content. We want to produce factual content. And I just feel off my game tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. It's allowed. It's allowed here, Mayhem and Miracles.
Does anyone else feel like they're coming off spring break? You're trying to get back into a routine, or it's been Christmas break, but you've been busy doing stuff. And then it's you get back to the grind and you're like, oh my God, I need.
Mm-hmm. Mayhem and Miracles, we drop links in here for all of our friends. So I never have an issue dropping another creator unless I really can't stand the
Wait.
creator.
And great. Hold on. Gregory Worth, did you just say
He did.
something about my.
He did.
Okay, I can't scroll up that far. Okay. Um, yeah. No, I
We'll look
would
through that
Google it,
email.
but apparently, yeah, I can't because my thing on the internet right on my computer is the little world with a line through it. I don't even have the like Wi-Fi semicircle little radar, whatever the hell those are, signals.
We're getting the whole
Oh my
rosary
God.
for our shenanigans. The rosary, you're getting a couple of Our Fathers. We're going to throw in, just kidding, you guys. I appreciate, you know what? I appreciate the sidebar conversations with you guys. I really do. Sometimes it just lightens me up and keeps me going on the lives. And I really just enjoy sometimes. And I think this week we owe our members a members live. That's number one. I think we owe our members a members live. But I just appreciate the side conversation sometimes. And I mean, this case is so heavy that I don't know. It just sometimes you need a good laugh. So I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I appreciate your support. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and going to your favorite creator, whoever that might be, and giving them a thumbs up on a bunch of their videos, leave a nice comment, tell them that Decipher sent you, be kind to one another. Yeah, we do have to throw in some funny stuff, right? Like, we're not going to make fun of the case, but we need to lighten up the mood every once in a while and leave it on a positive note. Because the last thing I want to do is be like all heavy and negative Nancy, and then all of a sudden where it's like, okay, now go to bed. And your heart's like heavy and ugh. So we're going to leave it on a lighter note tonight.
We had some things to research. I mean, I know we only know so much right now in terms of new information coming out, news coverage wise, because I think I don't even know what they're doing.
Well, here's the nice thing. I will say, in this particular tragedy, horrid thing that's happened, the families have been super duper kind in giving us information. Or the families have also said, bag it. I don't want to talk about it right now. We're not talking to you. So it's been nice. I just can't release everything that has been released to us because that's not fair to the investigation that they actually are doing, believe it or not. But I do want to provide some things on some of the past victims and how we can support them. That's important to me. So we're going to come back next time and talk about what we can do to be supportive of our warriors, our badass bitches.
Well, that's what I'll piggyback that by saying I think a great way in terms of a case as complex as this one, in terms of laws, notification, like all the facets of this horrible tragedy that happened. I think it's not only we continue to cover it, but as we in a month or two from now, because we'll still be keeping an eye on it, but we all know that cycle, the ebb and flow of cases and news. I think one of the best things to do and to really show a way to honor those still fighting is that we do like some live sometime about talking about, like the victim advocate or ways like how can we help and keep just keep it in
warrior advocates.
Yeah, like just be because I mean I don't know, everyone's vying for attention. We're hitting all of us every day, all day in every form, social media, everything. And so I think it's important that we continue to follow through on some of the aspects of this case, the underlying issues, as we go forward in the coming months, because I think not only does that, it's a great way to honor, I think, and commemorate and advocate for those, or at least 6 of them that passed away on May 1st, as well as the victims that,
Mhm.
I mean, just even the ones before that, I lost my train of thought there. But I think that's something that we could all work on doing and not just talk about why it's hot. What's the hot topic? Not that that's not the right word.
No, I get what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
just, I agree. I think that's one of the things we should look at is how to advocate for our warrior friends.
Yeah. Is your Gmail the best email to? Yes, Gregory Worth.
Yeah, I just put it up. I just put it up. All right, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for putting up with my tongue-tied nonsense. Thank you for those who donated and those who become members tonight. I really, really appreciate it. We're so honored that you're part of our family. And also, we just love that you come in and talk to us and hang out with us. Oh, you're having your hot chocolate again? Oh, I love that about you. I love that about you. Absolutely freaking love that about you. Crazy Italian lady, you get a big hug and a kiss on both cheeks. And I will talk to you guys probably, I don't know if we'll be able to do it tomorrow or Wednesday, but we're going to get this timeline tightened up. How about that?
I'm already in detention. I'm at my computer. I have to work tonight. I got like a 2-hour detention window because I didn't work for 2 hours today when I was supposed to.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to say a Hail Mary and some Our Fathers. Just kidding.
I will do it. And I will. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, you guys. Have a wonderful. Oh, yes, you are. You are. You are a warrior. Damn straight. We don't cater to victims. We bow to warriors around here.
I don't suffer don't cater to victims and don't suffer fools well. Isn't that the saying? You don't suffer fools well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will catch up with you. Watch if you're not in the Facebook group, please feel free to join us. If you want to know when the next live is, keep an eye on our community posts. We generally publish them there. You're welcome into the group. When you come into the group, I want you to make a friend. I want you to look at the research. And that's right. Bow, bitches. That's right. I'm going to see what I can find out on Westville, but I want to wait till we get back. Understood. All right, you guys, have a great week. Be kind. And let's see what we can find out this week, huh? Say our prayers. Be kind to each other. And if you're a praying person, maybe pray for the families this week. Things are quieting down as far as funerals and things like that. So it's even more difficult. But we will talk to you in the next day or two. Have a good one. Bye, you guys.
Y'all have a good night.